Alright, Schlockmeister fans, brand new Blu-ray. It's called YOUNGBLOOD. Let's check it out.
Hey, King.
The movie starts out with some boys playing basketball. Here we meet Michael and his mother. He also goes by YOUNGBLOOD. At school, gym class, his friend gives him a gun to hold.
Hey, you got it. But you got something in your hat, too.
And they get caught. At the club, everybody's getting their funk on. YOUNGBLOOD got in trouble for dancing with this guy's sister.
You dance to the music, you got paid to get in already. It's cheap when you dancing with my sister.
And ain't nobody said nothing about no extra dude.
They managed to escape from those bad guys. Here we're going to meet Rommel, played by Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
Did you run, Youngblood, or didn't you?
He's the leader of the Kingsmen.
We ran.
YOUNGBLOOD wants to join. Later on, spraying some gang graffiti. Rommel gives YOUNGBLOOD a gun. There's going to be a fight. The rival gang, and they all pull out their weapons. No guns, but we got a pickaxe, baseball bats, bricks. It's kind of like The Outsiders. But YOUNGBLOOD does pull out his gun. This is Joan.
Well, I'm just gonna shut my mouth when folks ask me, what does your husband do?
Rommel's
Well,
wife.
I'm out pounding on a typewriter to make ends meet. Because I don't want to be the one to have to tell him that he's just too proud to ask for a job.
These are some big-time cocaine dealers in the area. Not gang-related.
Remember how he blew away the Celtics? Took Cowens away?
And that guy there is Reggie. We're going to find out later. That is YOUNGBLOOD's brother. Having proven his worth by shooting that guy, YOUNGBLOOD's now an official member. At the local bowling alley, one of the Kingsmen members ODs on heroin. And this is Sybil, that girl that he was talking to in the bar that he almost got in trouble with. She's ODing on heroin also. She lives, the other guy died. Now that's some cocaine. And YOUNGBLOOD's going to steal it from this local dealer. He leads him into the junkyard where the other Kingsmen are waiting. Well, they beat the crap out of him. The Kingsmen have a plan now. They want to rid the area of all drugs since they lost one of their members to it.
I'm talking about street kids, Reggie. They knocked one of our messengers right into the sewer.
With Reggie's drug money, he's able to buy a new house for Mama.
Look, it's cost me a lot of time. A lot of bread getting this house for you and Mama.
Yeah, well, it don't make me no difference, because I ain't gonna live in it.
YOUNGBLOOD doesn't know he's a drug dealer.
The Marvel stands outside and watches while Super Dude drops his dope inside.
They're eyeing up another drug dealer.
Bitch.
Next victim. One of the Kingsman members there.
You know, what goes around comes around.
That's a dead Kingsman.
You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Rommel posing as a taxi driver.
Then stop this motherfucker!
Then you got the drug dealer. And they interrogate him.
Practice. I meet the supply on Friday. Where? West Side Rifle Club.
While that's happening, their buddy Bummy got killed and tossed through their door.
I mean, killing just ain't that easy. Not cold like that.
They let the guy go.
Michael, any chump can shoot a man down. But it takes a real man to get to another man's heart.
John wants him to quit the gang shit.
Need more of you. I could get more. You could give less to that gang of yours.
Listen, John, listen. This is the last time out for me.
Dope?
They track down the leader.
Notice I ain't laughing. Where's the dope?
Look, if you guys want a couple of bags, I'll get... It's in the briefcase.
He's getting the money for them, too.
Blood. Fill the bag.
Yeah. Back off!
Well, a chase now ensues.
Let's get him! Get him, goddammit! Get him!
One of their guys goes down. And one of their guys goes down. Meanwhile, Reggie pulled up and he got involved in the chase too. He doesn't know that he's chasing his little brother, Youngblood.
Reggie.
He saw his brother.
He's my brother. Junior! What the hell are you doing here? No!
They took out each other. Youngblood and Rommel lived. Alright, let's talk about this movie called Youngblood. I'd seen this once before. I have a VHS copy of it. It came on cable, like on Cinemax or Encore or something. Stars maybe back in the early 2000s, 2001, 2, 3 in that area. And back then I was taping a lot of stuff that I knew wasn't available on VHS. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'm going to add that to my collection. I remember watching it at the time and thinking it was really good. I didn't remember anything about it though. And I know it was released on DVD eventually. And now it's released on Blu-ray thanks to the good folks at... Scorpion! Thank you, Scorpion, for putting this up. In fact, I just saw something recently that this came out maybe about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and maybe 3 weeks ago, whatever the case is. But there's only going to be 1,000 of these made, so if you want to get one, better jump on it quickly. So anyway, Youngblood, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. You may remember him as Freddie Boom Boom Washington and Welcome Back, Kotter. He kind of steals the show here, although the movie is kind of follows the character Youngblood. His name is Michael. He's a 15-year-old and he wants to join this gang called the Kingsmen, who's led by Rommel, who's played by Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Well, he does join the gang, and Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, he's kind of an interesting leader of this gang. He's not overly violent. In fact, it's kind of like the Outsiders at one point. They have a rumble, basically, with this rival gang. But ultimately, Youngblood ends up shooting a guy who was there. But before that, they were like fighting with bats and sticks and bricks and things. So, but anyway, ultimately what happens is one of the Kingsmen dies of an overdose of heroin, and the whole gang is like affected by this. And Rommel, the leader, says, you know what? We're going to go after all the drug dealers. So they decide they're going to get all the drugs off the street by killing all the drug dealers and stuff and going after them. It's kind of a weird anti-gang thing here, but that's what ends up happening. What Youngblood doesn't realize that his older brother Reggie is, who he thinks is like a banker or something because he's in a suit every day. He's actually very heavily involved in the local drug trade. And at the end of this movie here, he doesn't realize that he's going to go up against Reggie because he thinks they're just going to go after this big drug dealer. A shootout occurs, and ultimately Rommel and Youngblood are being chased. They don't realize they're being chased by Reggie and this other guy. They hide in this lumberyard of some sort, and he discovers, hey, my God, that's my brother Reggie following us. So he confronts Reggie and is like, hey, what's going on? Reggie's like, what the hell are you doing here? And then he ducks down, does Youngblood, as Reggie's partner shoots, misses Youngblood and hits Reggie instead. Then Reggie, with his last shot, ends up shooting his partner, and then the two of them go down, and presumably Youngblood and Rommel, who actually was shot in the arm, escape, and that's the end of this movie. That's it. No nudity in this movie. There is some gang violence, obviously. A little bit of swearing. It's just very kind of tame, actually, for a gang movie. Came out in 1978 during the run of Welcome Back, Kotter, actually. But overall, it's a pretty darn good movie. It's kind of, I don't know if it's like a grim look at it, but it does seem realistic in some sort. I don't know. It's just a very well done, and the characters are really good. And of course, there is this pounding soundtrack by the group War, including the ending theme song and the beginning theme song, Youngblood. It's a really cool song. There's a lot of funk in this movie. I like that kind of music. So there you go. Anyway, it's called Youngblood. It's put up by Scorpion. 1,000 copies out there. Actually, 999 now because I got mine. So anyway, check it out. Leave some comments down below. I'll leave a link on Amazon to the DVD. You can get that too, which actually right now is about $5 more expensive than this thing is. So get the Blu-ray now. Otherwise, get the DVD. Check it out. Leave some comments. We'll talk about it. Youngblood. Watch it. Bye.